fucked up. Cause you can't grow really. To me, you can't really make any significant growth or changes until you admit to some shit you did wrong, and you know what I mean, and then work to change it. That's the only way I see a person growing. If somebody can't take accountability for what they did or the results of their actions, then they're just gonna stay the same. And to me, when something's not growing, it's dead. It's in a dead state. So you be walking, talking, and breathing, but still be dead to me because you the same motherfucker you was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Same childish mentality or whatever. And we see people like that in our own family. We've been that person. You know what I mean? But like it wasn't until you be like, hold up, let me try to see it from this person's perspective. Sometimes it's hard to see the picture when you in the frame. It take other people to point it out to you, and you gotta be like, okay, shit, that wasn't right. Shit, I wouldn't want nobody doing that shit to me or whatever. Yo, I apologize. That shit'll never happen again. I'm back to the drawing board. That's when the brain starts working for whatever.
It's tricky. It's
Yeah,
tricky.
go
I
ahead.
fuck with that, bro. Cause I fuck with you, King. Like, and interestingly enough, right? Uh, what's the difference between taking accountability and taking responsibility? Yo, dude, there's no fucking difference, man. Whereas, yo, to be responsible, to be held accountable for your responsibility. No one trips off of being responsible. If some shit goes down, that was on your watch. You were responsible for that shit. You know, and bad shit happens to good people, right? Yeah, I get that shit, right? So give yourself some grace. I don't give a fuck. Accountability. Did you do the best you fucking could? That's where accountability starts, man. It's not blaming yourself, feeling weak, feeling exposed, vulnerable. Oh my god, judge, profile. Fuck that. Fuck these other niggas and shit. It's about you, what you think, yo. Oh, did you do the best you could? Remember the four agreements, yo. Do the best you can, man. I don't give a fuck later if shit works out and it don't work out in your favor and you did the best you could and you made a poor decision. You did shit for whatever reason. Yo, dude, don't run from that shit. Embrace the fucking fact that, yo, I am responsible for my choices and the consequences that happen because of them. Seen or unseen type shit. The power instead of like most people out here traumatized, trauma bonding, trauma dumping, blaming their fucking trauma. As they don't want to be accountable for shit. You're not here because of your trauma, guys. You're here despite your fucking trauma. As a matter of fact, you would not be here without the fucking trauma you went through. So, short, you want to go back? Oh my god, if I could, I remove this shit. You don't love yourself enough then, nigga, because you don't know who the fuck you are, because you wouldn't be the same person you are if you did, man. Yo, it's just crazy, yo. Instead of fearing it, like, instead of blaming your trauma, embrace that shit. Understand, learn, grow from that shit. Yo, now look, I ain't talking about some fucking woman pussy's fucking story, yo. My dad was an alcoholic that beat my fucking mom, yo, when I was 7 years old, man. Bullshit, yo. I got my swan song. Everybody here got a violin to fucking play. Yo, but it's not the trauma that happens, it's your response to the trauma that happens, guys. Think about this shit for real, for real. Yo, dude, and my dad, alcoholic, I learned how to not be a dad for my dad. I learned how to speak Russian fluently because I leave my house when my dad would fight with my mom and go across the street for 5 fucking years and hang out with my best friend who was Russian. I learned to speak Russian from that nigga, yo. His family. You feel me? Yo, embrace that shit, yo, and don't blame it. I get it. Bad shit happens to good people. Guys, I'm not talking about being molested as a child. I'm not talking about being spousally abused or some shit. Those are extremities, yo. I can't put my head around that. Like the trauma of losing a child, the trauma, I can't. Like, but for the most part, guys, understand you wouldn't change it. Anyone here that would change their trauma if you had the choice to remove something traumatic? Here's what I would remove. Anyone here? I'm curious, real quick.
Yes.
I always say I ain't got no trauma, honestly.
Hell no, I wouldn't change shit.
Yeah, no, I'll keep everything the same.
Fucking Sam, man. That's consistent, right? Yeah, most motherfuckers, but it's wild to hear you say, I wouldn't change it. But look at dating today. I was out here traumatized, bonding, trauma dumping. Yo, misery loves company. You know, people want to bitch and complain and play their swan song. Bless your fucking heart, yo. Stay in your lane. You want to live through your rearview mirror instead of focusing on your windshield? I ain't gonna judge your journey, type shit. Yeah, but I'll be quiet. Welcome back, China.
Yo, there is something that
Hello,
I probably
Jonathan.
would change. Yo, China, what's up? Yeah, I probably wouldn't have had kids.
Yeah, don't let your babies hear that
Deep.
shit, man.
That's deep.
Don't let your babies hear
I
that.
mean, that's his shit, y'all. Y'all can't judge him.
I'm just saying, don't let your babies hear that shit.
I, mm, mm.
Yo, Gladstone, I fucked with you for years now and shit. Are you being serious right now? Or you fucking trolling?
He said
Oh,
what?
no, we were just talking, just
No, no,
in
no. Are
general.
you being serious with what you just said right now?
Yeah, I am being serious.
And so, why do you feel that way? Like, honestly, like, how old are your kids?
So I was just gonna say, just for texture, one is 31, one is 27, and one is
All
17.
right. Well, first things first. Thank you for fathering out loud. Thank you for
so
fathering out loud.
so I'm just saying that we're just being very honest about what you would change if you had to go back. If there was a point in your life where you just needed to maybe just alter something, there was something that you did or was about to do, and you had an opportunity to change that process. I'm not suggesting that I wouldn't have had kids at some point. I'm saying that at that very point, if you asked me to make a decision about something that happened, that would probably have been my choice at that point.
Is it the people? Is it the person that you had the children with,
Oh no,
or is
no,
it
no.
just your situation that you were in at that
Yeah,
time?
just children in general.
But I think people tell their kids stuff like that. Like for instance, like you might tell your kid, right, that if you had them too young or you had them without being married and it was just a lot of drama, you would tell your kid, hey, don't do what I did. Wait. You know what I'm saying? That's not to tell your kid that you just regret them like that. Like, oh, I wish you didn't exist. It's just being honest. Because your kid could take that shit the wrong way. Some people regret having kids because the world is fucked up and they like, damn, what world did I bring you into? I wanted kids because I wanted somebody to, I love or somebody to look like me, or I wanted to continue on my legacy. But did I consider the situation that I was putting you into? Because some people view the world as ugly and they regret bringing other people into it. So I think it just depends. That ain't the first time I heard something like that.
You know what I was going to say, that just to Greg's point about the issues that people have, particularly on this app, because I'm just talking about this app, that people take things personally instead of actually just listening to the person that's speaking about the experiences that they've had. They take a personal effect to the things that they're about to say, and that in itself is just weirdly, strangely fucked up, right? Because what do you know I'm gonna say out of my mouth that you should feel personal about? That would be my point of view if somebody put that question to me. I've been on here 5 years. That's just shit that hasn't happened. So I'm realizing that in terms of the way in which I want to tell you about my life, you might kind of almost feel that there's a mirror here in sometimes in your life. And then that makes it personal in terms of the reaction that people give you when you say what you said. So that's kind of where I really was trying to get round to.
That apart, Joe. I fuck with you, right? Like, as evidence is what we just saw. When you speak, right? Um, most people don't know how to listen. They don't give a fuck. Most things have never been taught how to listen in the first fucking place, right? But when you speak, people aren't listening to you. They're listening to respond. They're listening to project. They're listening to negate. They're listening to bring up some personal anecdotal story from their personal past that helps them make sense of you. I listen to you. Don't take it personally, right? And your shit, yo. Thank you for being transparent, because I think you were being authentic and genuine and shit, yo. If I could go back and remove some shit, be like, yo, don't have kids so early, right? You look back, yo. But honestly, I'm asking you, would you you love your children, right? You said 20, 31, 20. How old are your kids?
Yeah,
27 and 17.
27 and 17. Yeah.
27, 17, but there were three. How's the oldest? Okay, 31, 27, and 17. Yo, dude, do you go back and say, wait, I would have chosen to not have your 31-year-old kid, right?
Of of course not. I mean, again, when I was talking among adults in terms of the realness of sometimes life and how we think, right? Um, we just can't judge the way sometimes people take um,
The truth. Yeah.
something that you say. Yeah, well, no,
Yeah.
it's not even so much. Well, it's my
Yeah.
truth, right? But I'd say it's anyone else's. So, but the idea is that that kind of feeling is something that I have. So I'm not going to deny that thought if a conversation was to come up among people who I believe will be generous in understanding it, rather than me tell you a long story about how I had my kids. It's just that moment, and it was the question that was asked in the room. So I needed to go back because there was not a lot that I thought I needed to ever change in my life when I was listening to you guys talking. I was just thinking everything's cool. But there are some times where you do regulate an idea that, would you have done that? Would you have actually have done that? Do you know that decision that in most ways, as we can all agree, takes you on a different journey? You have to become responsible. And I've always
Love
been
that. I
kind of a
love that.
responsible person, but the idea is that you now really are responsible. So I took that as not a challenge. That was the facts. And like I said, I've been really fortunate. My kids still talk to me. So there is, in that respect, because there's a lot of men that are not even in touch with their children at a certain stage, probably usually around 18, 19. So I kind of understand that it was really important for me to do what I believe my mum blessed me with, which is kindness and making sure that I could at least listen. It's not been easy, but we're here. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of the idea of it all in terms of the way in which I posed the answer of not having kids, because you know we're being very real here. It's great to think that you could plan these things, but sometimes things don't work out that way. And you just have to be very responsible about the decision that you're about to take as well. You don't have to take her to the clinic. You could talk about maybe changing the way in which you live your life, right? You stop smoking, stop drinking, get healthy. There's lots of reasons why men really do take and feel very kind of absorbed with having children. Certain men. I'm not every man, but certain men. So I really see that point of view, and that's very important, and that's what's really got me through to this point. But again, it was really just kind of answering to what I put out there, and its
Yeah,
reaction
like
to it.
this is the first
Yeah, I
layer
appreciate it last time.
of an onion, right? Let's peel back the onion, right? When you look back, you're like, I would change this shit, right? And I would say, I was like, damn, that song, like, if I look back, if I could change some shit, is I would say, damn, I would say, don't have kids so soon or what have you, right? My question to you is like, did you do the best that you could at that time?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I fit the role. I wore the suit.
Yeah,
It
that
wasn't a
part,
challenge. It didn't feel
that
like
part,
a challenge.
that
It
part,
felt
yo.
like that was what I needed to
And it's
do.
okay. It's okay. Like, hindsight is 20 fucking 20, guys. For real, for real. Like, when you look back and say, hey, I would change this. Yo, well, wait, by changing and not having kids, then you said you did the best you could do. Then if you go and change the shit, then wait, did you really do the best you could do? Would you change the fact that, wait, looking back on your shit, yo, be accountable for your shit, man, and embrace that shit, yo. I would look back and go, I could have done things differently, right? Or I would go back and like be accountable for when you did you do the best you could. Not too much on you, yo. Life doesn't come with a fucking rule book. Parenthood does not come with a rule book, a guideline, no map and shit. all you can do is like the best you can do. Did you do the best you could do? And like you would say, I would go back and I would change. I did the best I could do. So you think you could have done better by not having kids earlier? No.
Again, that in
Yeah.
itself is really
Yes.
difficult to say because the decision was already taken. Yeah, listen, I remember I was standing in a phone booth in Hillside. I was living in Queens. I was going back and forth to London, and the girl that I eventually had a kid with, she paged me. So I went to the phone booth, and I remember it was such a beautiful day. It was such a lovely day. I had such a lovely day, and the conversation already sounded muted. And remember, this is the changing of my life. This moment, right? I'm in a phone booth in fucking Hillside, and I get told that I I'm about to have a child. So I think from that point, it was probably the best decision I could have probably have made at any point. I really do believe that I was in a really good place, and I thought that that was going to be the step. So I was happy to engage it rather than just go, well, I'm flying back in a little bit. We'll talk. No, let's just talk about it now. Let's just calm your nerves and let's just deal with it because we were very serious. So, I'm talking about that element, that point. That's when everything changed because the day before it wasn't like that. So, yeah, that's how it
That
worked.
show. And we said, a mail your phone booth. I was thinking two chicks in there, but that's another room type shit. But look, yo, when you look back, did you do the best you could? When you thought about that shit, when it hit you, you're in the phone booth and shit. She's like, yo, you're going to be a father. Right, and then there's something triggering you, like that was your focus then, right? You did that, right? You're like, damn, I go back and go, you shouldn't have had kids. Oh, I fuck with that, right? Right? Look, no, look, I'm trying to dial into your accountability, nigga. You in the phone booth, your first thought should have been, damn, I ain't motherfucker. Why did I fuck this bitch bareback? Why, why with no rubber? Yo, oh, 9 months later? No. Wait, like 3 months after the pregnancy? How long? Nigga, you're like, yo, that's when you go back. Yo, don't go back, I wish I hadn't had kids. Now, nigga, I wish I had a rubber when I fucked that bitch because I wasn't ready for kids.
And you see, Greg, this is the point. Everybody's opinion really does, it should be very different. I don't think everyone's going to be on the same page, right? Because there is that element. Listen, the guys at Queens were saying to me when I told them that my girl was pregnant, they were like, what, you really going back home? They were like, what you doing? So I know that the reaction was different when it was said, and I realized that. But listen, I was 10 toes down. That was
Right,
it.
right. Look, that's called self-imposed trauma, nigga. Right. When I asked the room earlier, like, if you could go back and remove some trauma, something that happened to you, would you? Right. Most of us like no, but you like, yo, fuck that shit. I would. I'd go back and say, look, man, that was self-inflicted trauma, bro. You do realize that shit, right? I would go back and tell myself, oh, don't have kids. That was your fucking choice, bro. That was all on you. You can't blame any external entity on that decision you made, but you did the best you could, right? And now project 10 years forward. What now? Your kids are damn near grown. 31, 20, sorry, 27, 17. What?
Yeah, so
31,
27.
27, 17.
I got it
Thank
right.
you.
I got it right and shit. Yeah, see, look, yeah, that's important. I don't know if y'all listening. Write this shit down. And look, if you win, I win 10%. That's all I'm saying for the record.
Give you
But let's
15.
keep it more.
I'll give you 11.
I'll take 11%. Yeah, I'll take 11%. Well, Gladstone, I appreciate you, bro. Now 10 years from now, you single? What is your status now? Dating, like in monasteries?
Yeah, so right now, yeah, so I span the block for this one. I don't have no problems with just saying that. Sometimes when you actually really connect, and maybe it's gone, right? You've realized that there might have been something you could have tweaked in that relationship that probably could have made it a little bit better. That's just my thinking, right? And yeah,
So wait, so
single
you
for
circling
quite a
the
long
block
time.
now with the chick,
What's
a
what's that?
fat chick? You said I'm gonna circle the block.
Oh yeah,
Did you
no,
make
the girl I'm with right now, I've been with her for a year, but we'd previously gone out. So, that was me spinning the block. I rarely ever did that. I rarely did it. So I'm
like other people and you come back around to the same person? No,
that's what we say here as well.
I
So
bet. Make
yeah.
sure I bet. So you've been with this chick a year, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so
So
when you say yeah, spinning the block, you didn't spin the block with her, right? You've been with her for a year, right?
no, I mean I've known her for quite a while actually, but in terms
Mm.
of just a relationship connection, actually doing stuff together, that's really only just come apparent now this year. But what I was saying was that previous to that, my main relationship ended in 2014, 2015, around that time, and I was single for the rest of that. I was single pretty much up to, I would say, 2020. I was happy in my space. And I think, again, this is probably another conversation for other people in terms of how do you regulate the way in which you move forward after that if you're really
Oh,
seriously
I'm well,
intent in
no.
having a
First, I
proper
said we about to have
relationship.
that conversation right now, nigga. That's what I was.
Yo, but yeah, I mean, it's,
Yeah, good
yeah,
shit.
it's,
Yeah, 2014. Boom, boom. It's 2026. You've been with your current girl for a year, so 2025 ish type shit, right? And now my question is like, look at yourself 10 years from now. Just think about this shit, yo. You have whatever the fuck you want, bro. Speak what you seek until you see what you said. Yeah, so start with this, right? So here you are, you got a girl, you've done your shit, yo. 10 years from now, what would you tell yourself now that you expect you'll know then that you don't know now? That makes sense, last song?
yeah, listen, it made sense the first time you said it. Again, just really needed time to think about that. I really do need time because it's a really decent question.
My
I'm
nigga,
not
yeah.
dismissing
Thank
it,
you, bro.
right?
No
Yeah.
response required, yo. I fuck with you, man. Yeah, let it wash over you, and yo, I fuck with you, bro. That's good shit. That you even thinking about it.
Bless your heart, Craig.
Idea when you do that shit. Good shit. Well, the same question applies to everybody. You'll be 10 years older at some point sooner than you know it. What would you tell yourself now that you think you'll know then that you don't know now? I promise you guys, just even thinking about that question will trigger your mind, yo, to manifestation if you want it. You feel me? Like, yo, it's not rocket science, yo. Think about like, wait, if I ask you tomorrow, what you tell yourself today that you didn't know until tomorrow, what would you say? You know, oh no, 3 days from now, a week from now. Now I'm talking 10 years from now. Yo, dude, you should tell yourself that I'm aware that I don't know something I think I should know or will know. Dude, this is chestnut checkers, yo. When you wire your mind to think that, it's like um your mind is like you only use like 8% of your fucking brain, yo. So the shit that happens when you're not thinking about it, your subconscious, yo. Yo, when you check this shit out, right? When you getting suffocated, right? And or you lose you can't breathe. What do they call it? You're uh
Suffocation.
passed out. You passed out. Um uh 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 um you've lost consciousness. Think about that shit, guys. Right? When you they don't say, oh my god, he's losing oxygen. He didn't lose air. She didn't lose air. Think about that shit, right? It was what you think you breathe in and out. They don't say, oh my god, they lost air. They say you lost consciousness, guys. Does that make sense? Is that too much? Because this is a lot. I know. I love you. I know. Hmm. It's really quiet. Is there anyone else there?
I'm here, but I'm always just really quiet.
I'm listening, doing my hair.
I was trying to see.
My
I
bad.
was trying to see how you tied in the breath and losing consciousness with what y'all was talking about.
Like when I asked her about her situation, right? And it was she's working through some shit, right? And looking at her choices in the past and her decisions, it ties to the, like what we were talking about in terms of accountability, right? You are where you are. Like I'm in a new place now in my life. I shared this shit. She shared that shit. Yo, based on where she came from, what she did, I fucks with that. You know. Yeah. Looking back and being accountable for your choices. Or like if you took a test and you pass, oh, you're proud of your results. Yeah, but if you take the test and you fail, then you don't want to own the results type shit. You feel me? Like so I don't know. I ain't saying shit. Let me be quiet.
You funny, Greg.
Yeah, yeah, Greg. Be quiet.
Failed the test, Greg. You failed the test, man.
Failed that shit. I failed that shit.
Shame on you, man. Shame on you. No, shame on me, man, because I was over here dozing the fuck off, and then I woke up and I was hearing about the breath and consciousness. I'm like, fuck, what I missed? Shit, Greg, like, man, you ain't missed shit, man. Just be accountable for taking that quick nap your ass took. Yeah, man.
It said like you lose your breath, you don't lose your breath, you lose consciousness, right? And but by default to say you lose consciousness, meaning that you had consciousness in the first place. Alright, you feel me? Like to say, oh my god, they're losing consciousness. Well, that implies they had consciousness in the first place. Fair enough? Does this sound crazy? Y'all with me so far?
Sure. Yeah.
I bet. So to say losing consciousness, which we've all heard say, to lose something means you had it in the first fucking place, yo. All right. Well, to lose consciousness means that they had consciousness before they lost it. All right. Now think about most things. Most black people, most people in general, when you think about consciousness, how conscious do you think most motherfuckers are? I know bullshit. I'm curious. What percentage of people on the planet? No, fuck that. Let's make it fun. Like black people in America. What percentage of black people in America do you think are conscious?
On a scale,
10%.
yeah,
10%
on a
or 10%? What you got? What you got?
if I graded it on a scale of 1 to 10, I
Yeah.
would say the average black person is on 3.
Three. So I got three. I got 10. There's no wrong answers and shit. I want to hear from y'all and shit, right? Because we've talked about the value of losing consciousness, meaning you're going to die. All right, which implies that consciousness is important. All right, boom. So for black folks, we all agree, guys, that consciousness is important. What percentage of motherfuckers that are black are conscious? I heard 1%. I heard what 3 or 8? Would you say, China? 8%?
When I was using the Lucky 10.
10%.
I,
I
I
got
I
say 20.
17.
I got 20.
17, 17, 20. Boom. I bet. What else we got? I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go like
Which
one and
I want to
shit.
be specific as to which black people we're talking about.
All like niggas in America, bro. Like I don't give a fuck. Yeah, black people in America. Like yeah,
Out of
20.
that
All right.
20%, since we're
Yeah,
talking about all,
yeah.
I say about 95% of that 20% are black Americans. Because if you said black
Oh, I'm
Americans,
only
I'll
talking about
say
black
I'll
Americans.
say
Only talking about black Americans right now. Yeah, we're just
not no
like
African, not no Caribbean, not no none of
no,
that shit.
no. Yeah, no, none of
Oh,
that shit. Yeah,
then nigga, shit, my number jumped up
he said,
90%.
he said, shit. What'd you say? What's the
90,
percentage? Let me
90%.
say. So you think 90% of niggas is conscious?
Absolutely. 90% of black
I
Americans for
bet.
sure.
I fuck with that. I was saying, I got a couple of questions, right? Because first I'm thinking, well, let me respond. I would say 3% of motherfuckers are conscious, right? Now put a pin in the conscious conversation. Let's talk about uh, if you believe in conscious, you also believe in subconscious, yes or no? Anyone here that doesn't believe or
Yeah, I
subconscious?
acknowledge subconscious. Yeah.
Right. So subconscious
Yeah,
exists,
me
right?
too.
Right, right. And so subconsciously, right, when you said um um black people are consciously aware and observant, aware of. Subconscious mean they don't know that they're aware, but they're aware of it. What percentage of you black people do you think are um subconsciously aware or uh it's it sounds fucked up. Subconsciously conscious. Aware of their subconsciousness. Is that too much? Y'all with me? Hmm.
Aware of their subconscious mind. Uh Damn, that's a tricky question. So I think most people that study psychology or some type of brain, they may be aware that the subconscious mind exists, but to actually have access to it, I think is a low percentage. Uh yeah, I think that's a good way to answer it.
That's good shit. Last thing, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Queen. What did you want to say? Yeah, yeah. There's a fine line like between a dream state and subconsciousness, right? If you're with me and shit, right? Like when you go to bed, you go to sleep, and you dream, the subconscious kicks in. You feel me? Right? In different ways and shit, right? And it's crazy that there might be one of you on stage right now, and your dream state. Everybody here dream? Anyone here never had a dream before when they was asleep? We all good. We all had dreams, right?
I had a dream.
All right. We all had dreams, right? So tell me about the last dream. Have you ever had a dream where you saw your cell phone, or you dreamed about your computer?
No.
Never. Like less than 2% of the entire population on the planet, even in that subconscious state, like if you're aware of the subconscious, like, damn, are you aware? Like, why haven't you dreamed of a watch or a clock or a cell phone or a computer or some shit? Anyone else here? Anyone here dreamed about that shit?
Huh.
I
Oh, I've
didn't
I
I
had
didn't
dreams
had
never
a
with
you
dream.
clocks
never
and
had a
watches and
clock.
shit.
It's like,
No.
no bullshit, guys. Is that like wild to y'all and shit?
No,
Like,
I had a dream my cell phone was in my dream before.
I bet. And anyone else?
Yeah, it might be because I work with computers, but I definitely have dreams with me being on a computer.
All right, I don't believe you, but I fuck with you. Right? Okay. So
I've had many a dream with clocks and watches, but never my
all
cell
right,
phone.
then
No.
I withdraw my statement. You guys are exceptional. Right.
I
And
had
so
one dream with a
yeah. All
clock,
right. So
and
here's the
that's when
thing.
I
Like
knocked
I
somebody out.
appreciate that.
My
I've
clock was
never had
ass.
as many motherfuckers like to say they had this type of dream. So let me ask you. I've never had this type of dream and shit, right? But we look at the clock, your computer. There's some concept of time. How many of you said you dreamed about a clock before? One of you said this shit, right? What time was it on the clock?
It's either 12 or 1. I did.
Multiple dreams having the same clock alignment type shit, right? Right, and this is just subconscious working. Do you know that and looking at the time on the clock, the time is not real. You do know that, right?
Of course, concept.
Yeah, yeah. So, and somehow in your subconscious, your subconsciousness, you're dreaming about something that it means something to you, bro. I don't even from a can of fucking pain, but something happened in your life that makes those times important to you. I don't fucking know what it was and shit, right? But for the most part, man, when you look at that shit, yo, time is a man-made construct. It's not real. Like to look at it and see a clock, or and look and bust your heart, yo. Um, um, you're sitting down, you see yourself on a computer, on a laptop. Oh my god, I've been there. I've seen that shit. What the fuck are you doing? Working? On your laptop? What are you typing in
Yeah, I
there?
was working. That's what I'm saying. How you gonna say
Oh,
the job?
working. Well, yeah, working, right? Right. Instead of being on like playing, it was working, right? Yeah, you work, right? Someone saw that shit. Who else saw that shit? A laptop or some shit. right?
Seen a
I got
computer screen in my dream. It was the same reason she saw it because I used to work on computers a lot at a job. So
that's good shit, yo.
yeah.
And when you think about your truth and shit, and I love y'all and shit, right? For your transparency and your authenticity and your lightweight, damn near borderline vulnerability, right? When you look at that and you um think about work, yo. You said I had a dream. I saw a computer. I saw some shit in my dream, and I was working. Right? Think about the words. What did you say? Just say this shit slow. Were king. Right? Just you think it's not a coincidence, guys. That were king. WERE king KING and WRKING. It sound a lot alike. Is that fair? You feel me? Oh my god. I'll be quiet.
What you saying? I was at war with a
No,
king.
that at first, you've been taught how to not learn, but how to forget first. I think, guys, this is input in that direction and shit. I don't know shit. If it don't apply, let it fucking fly, right? But when you use words, right? We started this shit earlier. Like when you speak, you cast spells, right? And when you speak, there's power in your words and in your thought. And the word that you dream, even in your conscious life, you're thinking about working. Then your subconscious, your dream state, you're thinking about working. That's important, you know. There's no good, no bad here and shit, you know. But think about the words working, right? WEREKING, WORKING. I said earlier, though, ADAM sounds a lot like ATOM. Just be woke, guys. Right? You were, you're even in your subconscious state, right? When your body, your soul, leaves your body to go off and do what the fuck it wants to do, and you're still working. Oh well, let's talk about this shit. What does that mean? You forgot your past. You were king. Now you're not. You feel me? The words, guys.
Word the king, yeah. Mhm.
The words, this is like think about this, guys. This is chestnut checkers. I promise you. You said think about shit. When the devil said, like, when the guy was like, "Yo, you got to put yourself directly in front of him. You can't blindside that motherfucker." How much more of a win do we need to give this motherfucker that there's words you're using that you don't even know. When you use these words, you cast spells. When you say, "I am working," what are you doing? I'm going to work. Yeah, you were king. You lost it. It's crazy. But I sound crazy though. So
No, you don't.
You were king, and now you slaving for another
you
motherfucker.
were look, and guess what? And guess what? And you look forward to the week end. You weak, WEAK, nigga. Yo, it's the weekend. I've been working so fucking long. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Cause
So I can be in the weekdays, and then niggas gonna go drink and smoke and be in the weak ass
weekdays.
days in their mind. Motherfucker lose $300 going to the club.
Word
Nigga,
stuff. Crazy.
I dropped $80 out my pocket, nigga. I don't know where that shit went. Nigga, I'm in the weekdays. Nigga.
Oh my god.
What?
Anyway, I'll land. I'll be quiet now. I'm gonna try.
You
Bless you.
gonna go to the club where niggas gonna beat
Yo,
that ass?
Heartbread. I do
Like the club.
appreciate you.
No, hey, yo, that's some real shit though. That's why I don't even like saying weak. I say strong. I be like, next strong, I'm gonna do this. They be like, what you mean next strong? I be like, I don't like saying week. Next week, last week, next strong. This strong, I'm gonna do this. And now fuck that, I ain't finna be in no weekdays. I'm gonna know what the fuck going on. Good morning. That's why a lot of people say grand rising. They don't like to say morning, because morning is when you weep for the dead. That's why people came up with them concepts.
Grand Rising.
Nobody, you
Same
ever,
time.
mm-hmm. You ever heard somebody break television down, tell lies vision?
Television.
Tell lies to your vision? Yeah, tell lies visually. It's like them games they used to play. I remember in elementary school, right? They would have these pictograms of, say, a picture of sand, and then they would have a witch and tell you, okay, spell out the word, and it would be sandwich, right? Sand witch, sandwich. Yeah, they knew what they was doing.
Desert
Nah,
bitch.
what's up, Shakira? They knew what the fuck they was doing, bro. It's not. It's not by chance, guys. It's by design. Yeah. And sadly, most people are you're so plugged into the matrix, right? The simulation, and it's okay because you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, right? But when you decide that damn, I'm woke to some shit, it's harder to be woke, yo. And it fucks with niggas like me because I'm woke as a motherfucker, yo, and it's scary. I can't wait to get more woke, right? I'm like, yo, uh, I, I'm not sure who's ready to be woke when you think about shit as simple as spelling the words you use, working, ATAM, ADAM, like the words that don't exist in your language in English that exist in other languages. Show is diabolical, man. Yo, dude, just to accept this, just get woke to the fact that there's a reason this shit happens, man. That you don't know, they put shit in front of you, man. Um, 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 besides, giving you niggas something free, niggas round up around the fucking corner. A PPL loan, a fucking tax credit. What's your fucking hard, yo? They did that shit with the Indians when they gave them motherfucking smallpox and the free fucking blankets that they gave them. It's the same
Bless your
shit.
fucking heart.
Yo, I ain't making this shit up. Yo, it's Clubhouse. Give you a free fuck. You think this is a free app? Yo, what's your yo? When you uh um um, it's okay. Look at I appreciate the weed. It's fucked up, yo. You can spray the weed like and cut the weed out, but focus on the root, yo. It starts from your understanding of who you are. You gotta wake the fuck up. You don't have much time, and if you hear me, you're supposed to hear me right now. Most motherfuckers are not going to make it. Only 144,000 will. And that's not a number. That's a frequency. Dial in. You feel me? Like it's hard, yo. You guys are one percenters and shit. You guys are. Everybody thinks they're a fucking snowflake, but you guys are different. I sense. I feel that shit, yo. What the fuck do you do about the power you have, like in terms of manifestation? I'm gonna be 57. Remember where they started? Like I'm gonna be 57 in March, like March 21st and shit. What I told myself at 67, and what I ask y'all motherfuckers, yo, manifest your shit, but just know you gotta think bigger than the fucking weed, yo. Where you wanna be in 10 years from now. You're not here by happenstance, guys. You're here by design. You've manifested your fucking existence. Think about this shit, yo. Even in this room, why the fuck y'all in here fucking with me?
You fucking with us.
Why y'all fucking with me?
Exactly, Greg. You over here with us, like, hello.
Yo, we in this moment, yo. Everything that has ever happened in your fucking life, including mine, has led up to this fucking moment right now. How important has this to be for y'all? I don't know about y'all, but goddamn, you bad motherfuckers, yo. And here you are, after coming through the trials and tribulations and shit, and you're here now and choosing to fuck with me? Yo, how do I not love you and shit? I love y'all niggas. Some of y'all been through some shit.
Greg, use that big word. Use that big word. Take your accountability. You over here fucking with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate you, love. Thank you.
When people walk up to me and say hello, I say, yes, it is. And they be like, what? Hell is low. And then they just start laughing.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said I missed something. You said you did what? You walked up to someone
They,
and they said what?
nah, people walk up to me and they say hello. I say,
Mhm.
yes, it is. And
I
usually
would
they
be
be
like,
like, yeah,
I would be like,
hell
what
is
the fuck
low.
that
And
mean?
then they usually
Hello.
start
Yes, it
laughing.
is. Wait, what? You done confused my ass too. I see. Yes, get off the train. I tell a nigga, hello.
I'm like,
Nigga
yes, it is.
say, yes, it is.
And
I'm gonna have to stop.
hell is low.
Yo,
And
I've
I
never
say,
heard this
great day.
before.
Then I say, great day to them.
It is. How long do you wait? It's like a 15 second
Until
pause.
they got that puzzled look on their face and they say, "What?" I said
Hello.
hello. Then they say it again. Like I didn't hear him the first time. And I was like, yes, it is.
You know what, nigga?
Yeah,
I
I be
don't know
fucking
you,
with people.
but you're a fucking alien because you like playing with the humans, doing shit like that.
Oh, bruh, I tell you another good one, bro. I get them every time. I get to talking, and then people be like, Kufu, Kufu, can I ask you a question? And I be like, you just did. Go ahead,
I
ask
said
another
that
one.
shit, yeah. Yeah. So
And they
who's
be
the
like,
second?
oh, yeah, you right, you right. Okay, but here it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless their hearts and shit. Yeah, bless their hearts. Yeah.
Bless their hearts. I love it.
Said, yeah, you in your subconscious in your dream state, right? Which I'm assuming we all mean like anyone having an experience with subconsciousness that didn't have something to do with being like dreaming.
Yes.
Like, help me understand. Yeah,
I
what is
tell
that?
you. So I was in college and I started learning about the subconscious mind and how, well, at least from what I was learning about it, it records everything. It doesn't forget anything, right? It's just being able to retrieve the information that's in it, right? So I was looking at this math problem and it was like I just couldn't figure it out consciously. So what I did is I just started breathing and I consciously told myself like let your subconscious deal with it. Just look at the problem and breathe. And then it might have took a minute, however long I was just looking at the problem, allowing my subconscious mind to take it in, and then boom, it started coming to me. Oh, this is what equation I use. This is the formula. Started figuring for X and Y and came up with the answer. And I do that sometimes. Like if ever my conscious mind becomes overloaded with information, I just start to relax and I tell myself, "Oh, let your subconscious mind deal with it." And then usually the answer does come, whatever solution.
I fuck with that shit, right? And you got me thinking, right? Because that's some deep shit, right? From I'm letting this shit wash over me, right? The power of your conscious mind, your thoughts, your knowing like your thoughts and shit, but like that. There's also there's power in the subconscious mind, right? Right, and when I was teaching my daughter, she's 16, she's learning how to drive and shit, right? And I'm going like, at some point, um, having to remember which is the brake, which is the gas, which is the left blinker, what's the right blinker, what's that light mean, what's that line on the road mean? Boom, it will become subconscious. You won't have to think about it anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you get in the car, you're not thinking about that shit. You're so programmed that it's subconscious. You don't have to think about it. Does that make sense, guys? You with me? Yo.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Like, if we can control our conscious thought through words and manifestation and speaking shit into existence and understand that when you speak, you use your words judiciously, like to cast spells, to create the universe that God started with. Now, he, the first was a fucking word. Damn, okay, put a pin in that from a conscious perspective. But when you can employ the subconscious mind as well, like I'm damn young teacher nigga. You put me on game like damn. Okay, well, you've dreamed of laptops and clocks. What 1 and 11? What was the clock times for you, bro? 1 o'clock and 11
You
o'clock.
said 12 and 1, I think.
12 and 1. 12 and 1. Right? Yeah, yeah, dude. You seen that multiple fucking times. Made me think, yo. Then there's power in your subconscious mind. I'm thinking, okay, well, if you can acknowledge that subconscious mind exists, like, and even in driving, you don't know, or swinging a golf club, if you're a golfer, right? You don't have to think about it subconscious, right, dude? So imagine controlling that part of your brain and shit is daunting, right? Which you can, like subconsciously, when you're driving a car, you're thinking about exit strategy. If this person breaks, I gotta break. There's things that you're thinking about that you're not that are almost subconscious, right? Right? Yeah, but if you like you know, uh, your subconscious can create the future it wants to create. It's that powerful, right? You feel me? When you can speak the word, and before you speak the word, you have to think it, and you speak shit, right? It starts with the thought. Yo, it's uh I'll be quiet. I'm in my feelings and shit. I love y'all. I appreciate the vibe.
Greg.
Hey, we love Greg, bro. We love Greg, man. But yeah, that and it like you was talking about the dream state, having to do with the subconscious mind. Your pineal gland has a lot to do with that. That master gland in the brain. When you sleep, your pineal gland is activated. Your hippocampus part of your brain. There's just different parts of the brain that usually may be somewhat dormant while you're awake, but become active while you're asleep. So then it's like, to me, the subconscious mind is a doorway into a greater awareness. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have like a dream journal, right? This is, and you start when you wake up. Because usually a lot of times people don't remember their dreams unless they wake up in the middle of them. Or, you know what I mean? Or as soon as they get up, they just hop out of bed. But if you just sit there for a second and consciously, retrieve your dream, you become better with remembering them, right? And you can write them down in as much detail, and then come back and read your dreams later. And I promise you, it's like a whole nother level of communication.
Dude, yo. Hey,
Yeah.
that's a fucking bar, bro. I fuck with you. Yeah, Kufu. That's good shit. I'm sorry, who that cut off? Who want to say something? My bad.
He crazy, man. But
Yo, Greg is
you're
crazy.
nuts.
Yo.
Like what's the word for it? With understanding and appreciating like the dream state. Like when the closest you leave, like you live in this like guys, come on man. You experience in a 3 dimensional world, right? 3 dimensions like height, width, length type shit, right? Okay. There's 9 dimensions. Okay. You guys okay with that? You believe that? You think there's 3 dimensions, 4 dimensions, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Some say fucking 12, but I'm okay. I'm okay with the nine. You okay with that? Does it sound crazy?
No, there's most definitely multiple dimensions. Yeah.
Right, right. Okay, so three living eight, you live and experience in a 3 dimensional world, but you sit in the fourth. The Tesseract means that you're going to be soon, not you don't have much time, right? But soon you'll be experiencing and living in the fourth and sitting in the fifth type shit, right? So this is a process for the humans, yo. This is uh they're just trying you're in a fucking cell, guys. Yo, for real, this is the firmament is real, bro. I'm trying to look, bless your heart, yo. I love y'all. Right? What do you think about how you've been taught, learned, look, I get that. Yo, if standing on your conviction of what you believe is real, the Arctic wall is real. The Earth is fucking flat. Man never went to the fucking moon. The sun is not 93 million miles away, and the moon is even less like much further away, but the same shit. You feel me? Like, you're worried about aliens. Aliens exist. Reptilians are real. Greys are real. The fucking Illuminati is real. The fucking, yes, it's all real. Y'all want to argue with me? I don't want to fuck. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Keep talking, Greg. Why you keep cutting yourself off?
Yo, the this shit is real, man. And look, man, and this is for entertainment purposes only. So reptilians, greys, the fact that y'all all excited about, I don't know who is, but this astronaut, this rocket took up to go to the moon. Man never went to the moon in the first fucking place. The firmament is real. As is above, as is below. Type shit. It's like a test tube of humanity. And like as evidenced by the Arctic Wall, as divisive as a planet as we are, 57 fucking nations all agreed we ain't fucking with the Arctic Wall. That's your hearts, guys, for real. So, um,
There's lands beyond the wall.
oh yeah, and guess what, yo? Motherfuckers, it's gonna think about the startup, right? You think AI, agentic AI, you think you're using ChatGPT or Grok? Yo, it's using you and shit. AI is mankind 2.0. Sounds like a fucking, I ain't no doomslayer and shit, right? Because, yeah, what's the horse show? Motherfuckers ain't gonna make it. I plan to be one of those motherfuckers that makes it. How do you do that? Yo, then it becomes about your purpose from your God, your Allah, your Buddha, your social center. Yeah. Fuck the world. You are, Arctic Wall, Lucifer, Energy, what the fuck ever. You are the fucking source, man. Period. Yo.
Hey, yo, let me share this with you, right? It's
Alright.
like I forget which culture it comes from. It's like Hinduism or some shit. But anyway, I think the god's name was Indra, right? And this god was in heaven or wherever, whatever system of planets they was in around his family, and they were gods too. And he got bored or whatever and wanted to go to Earth. So he snuck out, went to Earth. And when he came to Earth, he saw these pigs, right? And they was having fun in the mud. And they looked like they was having so much fun. He was like, fuck it, I want to know what it feel like to be a pig. So he transformed himself into a pig and was amongst the pigs and shit, waddling in the mud. Well, the nigga was having so much fun doing it that he just stayed like that, and he was that so long that he forgot he was a fucking god. So his family eventually was like, "Yo, where's this motherfucker at?" And they was searching for him, right? And then he eventually come to Earth and see this nigga in the form of a pig waddling in the mud. And they was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" Right? And he's looking at them like, "I'm waddling in the mud. I'm a fucking pig. That's what I'm supposed to do." Right? And they pissed at this nigga, but the whole time he had been in that form so long he forgot who he was. Eventually he snatched up out the shit, right? They snatched him up out the shit and he looked back and was like, "That's what the fuck I was doing?" Right? And you get the premise of the story, right? That's how I look at human beings. Like you didn't waddle in the mud or your flesh so long that you forgot your source and who you really are. So now I sound crazy to you when I say like, you existed before you came into that body, right? You don't have no beginning or end, right? Like nigga, what the fuck you mean? I'm gonna waddle in this mud. I'm gonna have my drink. I'm gonna go pay my rent and go to my apartment. Oh, you a lot more than that, right? Yeah, now I look crazy. Yeah, bro.
I'm about to go get this pussy, nigga. I don't know what you
Right,
talking
nigga. I'ma roll this blunt, nigga, and put on
about.
these
I'm about to roll
Jordans.
this blunt, nigga.
Fuck you talking about? Want to hear that shit? You old weird ass nigga.
Nigga.
Old hotep ass nigga. You old hotep ass
Bitch
nigga.
ass nigga.
Why the fuck you lighting that incense up, nigga? Get that sage away from me, old weird ass nigga. Probably trying to put a spell on me, nigga. No, you under a spell. I'm trying to help break the spell off of you. And you start to wake up and you realize it, like I'm this avatar body.
Hold on.
Oh,
Is it me?
that's a
You're in the
whole
matrix and
different
shit. Is it me,
frequency.
guys?
Now you're in the Matrix.
You're in the matrix. Cool. Yeah, you're in the matrix, bro. Yeah. Um. Pigs waddling in the fucking mud. I never heard that shit before, but I fuck with it. Y'all heard this shit before? I hadn't heard that one.
I hadn't heard that story, but I understand the pigs waddling in the mud.
Yeah, yeah, and then and bless the motherfucking pig's heart, cause fam came through. You got that motherfucker out there shit. Yeah, uh, yeah. I think the moral to the story was he was so indoctrinated, so exposed to, so used to his experience that he forgot who he was. The pig, right? Is that right? Is that fair? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got off of it.
I bet. Yeah. Same as the point. I think he was just sharing as an initial story and shit, right? You've been taught not how to listen, not how to learn. Initially, you were taught to forget. Then you were taught how to remember. Hmm. But you've never been taught how to um listen first, man. If you believe in God, come on, man. Seriously, I love God. Oh my God, yeah, I'm gonna do His will. That motherfucker did the same shit in the beginning. He spoke that shit. He's talking to you now. I didn't say there was some rumbling of his fucking voice, yo. That nigga spoke, yo, softly. He might have even whispered that shit. Constantly you whispering all the fucking time, man. Guys. Yeah. All you can do is the best you can at any individual and not too hard on yourself, man. Um, yeah. Uh and ask that motherfucker, yo. Have a conversation with your God, your Allah, your Buddha, your social center. What's my purpose? What's my why? Am I here? Right? Um, you think you have choice, but God already know. He know what your choice was going to be before you made it. And many of you, some of you motherfuckers, some wise motherfuckers, I'm guessing more than a few of you have been here before. It's not your first time through. Like they call it, you got an old soul. Y'all niggas heard that shit before, right? Does that sound crazy? Old soul?
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah.
People say
Old
that
soul.
about me all the time.
All the
You got an
fucking
old
time.
soul.
You got an old
All
soul.
the
Yeah.
time.
Old soul. That means you've been here before, right? You have some ancestor dialed into you, supporting your journey. Yeah, yo, dude, yeah, but you have vision. You have this what do you call that shit? This the sight. You can see shit. Yo, everyone has it, right? But some motherfuckers like you guys, if anyone here is fucking with me, right? They have this vision, this sight. Like it's not just about um driving and being subconsciously thinking about the brake, the blinker, the blah blah blah. But subconsciously you can create the future as well. You feel me? Even more powerfully, guys. If you want to talk about manifestation, it's cool as fuck, yo. Uh, think so. Speak what you see. Do you see what you said? Manifest shit. Feel it. Know it. It's yours all fucking ready. It's fucking awesome, dude. We can all do this shit. I've done that shit, yo, for real. But damn, I haven't harnessed my mind in terms of if I've done so well, just focus on my conscious level of thought. Well, damn, there's some strength that my subconscious level has as well, right? Hmm. Yo, you're dreaming, you're subconscious, and you can remember when most people can't remember their dreams. You said that right, bro? Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, most people will forget them.
Forget
But
them.
when you start, I do think when you start having vivid dreams and you remember them, I think you're strengthening your consciousness. You're becoming more fully aware of yourself, not just in your waking moment, but even when your body sleep. You're even becoming conscious of what's going on with you when you're asleep. That makes
So,
sense?
yeah, you said it better than I could. That's what I was trying to say, yo. There's power in your subconsciousness, as is there's power in your consciousness, right? To lose consciousness, you lose air. Yo, you can never lose subconsciousness. You feel me? This is a lot, guys. Yo, for real. So the subconsciousness is actually more powerful than consciousness because consciousness is dependent on air. Come on, guys. Does that sound crazy as shit? Yo,
You ever heard of the term super consciousness? Like they talk about the conscious brain, the subconscious mind, or I should say the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the super conscious mind. You ever heard that term?
oh, hell no. Put me on game.
Like you know you didn't heard it now. So basically they're saying that the subconscious mind is your doorway to the superconscious mind, which is your now mind. Like when they say be in the moment, a lot of people lose their awareness because they thinking about too far in the future or they thinking about the past. But in the now mind, the subconscious mind, when you're fully, that's how I've heard it described to me. And every time, man, I swear it's a conspiracy. Every time we start talking like this, niggas start getting red bars and the motherfucking message becomes crazy or you get kicked out of the room or something. God. Then as soon as a nigga get quiet, then the red bar go away. I swear they playing games. But yeah, super conscious mind, being in the now moment. And then they say that the subconscious mind is your doorway to the super conscious, linking you back to your what they call your oversoul, or like your zero time reference, your pure existence, even before you came through the womb of your mother, right? They're saying you existed in some form or another. And they use that word form very loosely because it doesn't necessarily mean anything physical. It just means it's of substance, it's energy, right? Because even gas is material. You may not be able to see gas. I mean, oxygen is colorless, it's odorless. You see through it, it's transparent, yet it's still material, substance. But it's not necessarily considered physical, although it's a part of the material world.
That part, right? And just because
Right.
you can't see something doesn't make it real, right? Like you can't see oxygen. Most of you cannot see the fourth or fifth dimension because it's not in front of you. You can't see it, type shit. Yeah, but it exists, guys. Whether you can see it or not, right? It exists, shit. And I got I was taking notes and shit, and I'm like, subconscious, yo. Look at what I put in the chat, right? I'm learning with you guys and shit. I never thought about this shit before, right? And I'm a pretty bad motherfucker. I'm going, I want to be a better motherfucker. How do I evolve? How do I grow? How do I go to the next level? I'm thinking, damn, consciousness. I've pretty much been a master of manifestation, but I'm never focused on the power of my subconsciousness. Yo, look what the fuck I just put in that motherfucker that you guys helped me put me on game with. For real, for real? Yo, the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is a fascinating and a complex aspect of our mental processes that influences our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Yo, so who's more in fucking control? Your subconscious mind or your conscious mind? Because that reads to me like your subconscious is like, yo, fuck that. I'm gonna influence this motherfucker's consciousness. Going for me though.
No, I feel you. But it
Yeah.
would be it would be just a placeholder for the influence. The real strength will be the one that's influencing, that's putting the thoughts into the subconscious mind,
Oh,
if
oh
that
yeah.
makes
So you got
sense.
conscious, subconscious, and there's something more. You're saying?
Producing the thoughts, or you can look at it as the thoughts are flowing through, and there's another source that flows through the subconscious and conscious. So depending on how you look at it, is you just go from there. So it's either or. I can't sit here and say what
Yeah,
it
and we
is.
ain't no fucking doctors in this motherfucker,
Right.
right? I concur, doctor. You're like, I don't know shit. I don't know shit. Yo, it's complex. A complex aspect, yo, of your mental processes, man. It's we get twisted because like that influences our thoughts. Yo, dude, it's like a rabbit hole. It's like it's wild, yo. But this the I ain't done a whole bunch of research on this shit. Don't tell me that shit sounds like bullshit, yo. But recognize the power of your consciousness first, which most people don't. Most motherfuckers don't know their purpose, their why. Most motherfuckers don't know how Clubhouse gets paid. Most people don't know what they want to be when they grow up. Most people don't know what there's so many things that we don't fucking know, and that's okay. That's part of life, right? You know, like I know that I don't know now. Damn. Then now you woke. So you were plugged into the matrix. Now you woke. You know, you were subconscious. Now you're conscious of something that you were subconscious of before. You've seen it. You realize, dude. So now what? Is that okay to do with that? Like, what do you do to help other people dial into that same shit? You know, recognize the power of not only their consciousness, their words, and this three-dimensional existence, but to dial into some other shit. um, uh, Subconsciousness, a fourth dimensional shit. It's not a stretch, guys. When I say, look, you've heard about like, yo, you go to sleep, you dream, your spirit, like your soul, like leaves your body, blah blah blah. You heard this shit before, dude? It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's no difference between going like we go damn, that's just not just uh, showing you the other aspects of dimensions, right? And they go, damn, I want to control my mind, consciousness, unconsciousness, left hemisphere, right hemisphere, pineal gland, frontal lobe, whatever. Do the best you can to take care of your tool. Because, this shit will expire, guys. It will flesh the existence and shit. So, it's just going to go away. Dial in, fuck your body, do the best you can to your temple. But dial into what's more than your body is nothing more than DNA. For real, guys. All you can do is the best you can do. Recognize there's more to you that you don't remember where you came from, and when you return to where you're going, you know, well done, type shit. But I sound creepy now. It didn't sound creepy when I said it in my mind.
Oh, nah, you good, man. It's all right. Everybody, really, we born into this, so all we can go by is until the programmer, the source reveals the actual what is to us. We just go by what we taught, what we learned, and we just go from there. But I would never look at anything that I learned or been taught as that is what it is because I'm human. I have a belief. So, and we know beliefs change. So, like I said, we all just driven by beliefs until the programmer actually comes and reveals what is. That's just the way it's set up. And it's to keep you humble. And a lot of us, we get prideful in the knowledge and what we taught, and it blinds us to reality. And so that's why it's important. Love is the foundation you should be building on, not what you learned or what you've been taught, because you can know everything in the world, but if you don't got love, bro, it still doesn't mean anything because love is the key. That's the source. And love will set you free. It will cover you. Knowledge, wisdom, it it'll go so far in this world, but love is eternal. And that's what's going, like I said, that's the key to unlocking a lot. So if that makes sense.
I was quiet as long as I fucking could. You still hear me? I was quiet as a motherfucker. Oh shit! Anybody there? All right, nobody's there. Okay, cool.
No, I'm here, but I think
Yeah, I fuck
y'all
with that.
fell
No,
asleep.
no, I fuck with um, yeah. Hmm, hmm. Love is a choice, right? Okay. Do you agree so far? Is that cool? Like other than
I'm walking with you on that.
other than like unconditional love, like unconditional love, like between a parent and a child, type shit, right? Any other kind of love, from my perspective and input in that direction, is conditional love, right? It's like, okay, well, you have to choose to love. You have to choose to fucking hate. Love is a choice. Hate is a choice, yo. Fuck what you read in your Bible. Love is kind. Love, love is challenging, yo. Yo, love ain't easy.
Well, I would say it's challenging to those who walk opposite of it. It's easy for those who like it. To me, love is a state of being. It's who you are or it's who you're not. So when you are
Yeah,
something, you just produce that. So a lot
yeah,
of us, we're trying to love, we're trying to be kind, we're trying. That's the challenging part, trying to do it. Because when you try to do something, you're not that. That's the challenge. But the thing, the rest is learning how to become it. When you become it, you just move in that aura and it's not challenging. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say pride, anger, ego, lust, all these things are opposite. And we walk in these things thinking that we understand and know what love is. No,
right.
you
And
must go ahead, my brother.
yeah. First of all, I love God, right? I love the universe right now, cause I don't know you motherfuckers from a can of paint. I'm in this motherfucker having a good time. I don't fuck with you guys, right? And my purpose, bro, which you didn't know this shit before I'm sharing now, is love, right? Um, no bullshit. I'm not being performative. Like I give love out, and the universe exponentially returns love to me. So I'm agreeing with you, bro. I heard that shit. I heard that shit. Yo. Um, uh, love is for me. Yes, I get you and shit, right? But yeah, self love, right? How do you have self love without purpose? How do you have that? I don't know how you do that, right? And so I agree with you, bro. Um, uh, love is the source, right? And then now let's talk leadership, cause you're a bad motherfucker. How old are you, King? How old are you, bro?
I'm 34.
God damn, you're an impressive motherfucker, nigga. And I fuck with you, yo. Yo, straighten your fucking crown, King, because you got a long walk ahead of you, bro. I'm just telling you.
Dude, man.
I'm just telling you, nigga.
I feel you on that, brother.
My nigga, yo, straighten your fucking crown, King. Get ready. It's just getting started. Yo, uh, but goddamn, to go, yeah, first, know the source, the center, your, connectedness to everything. Yo, your purpose, your why, you are God. He is you. Dude, yo, you've been taught how to remember, how to forget first, how to brainwash you and shit, right? To a number of nursery rhymes, uh, um, 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 fitting into like socioeconomic systems and shit. Understanding, there's a lot of shit they put these motherfuckers through, yo. Hmm. But most people are not. Kids are not groomed here. Um, they're bred, yo, for real. Fuck the normal families or the dysfunctional fucking families like most of us have. Yo, do you know like um 16 like what is it 1.6 million kids missing in the U.S. every year? You heard that shit before?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude. All right. Let me ask you a question, bro. Where you live at? Where you live at, bro? Where you live at?
I'm in Detroit.
All right. So when's the last time you saw a new cemetery in your neighborhood?
You said a new cemetery?
A new cemetery. You ain't seen no new cemeteries,
I don't know. I might have passed some. I don't even be
nigga.
looking for them. I don't know.
Yeah. Yo, that's crazy. Right. Um, um, uh, shit. All right, guys, no bullshit. You saw that, the new KFC commercial that ran in Amsterdam and Australia? Y'all seen that
No.
shit?
Uh-uh.
All right, I'll put this in the chat in a sec, right? But here's the thing: I want you to think about fast food. Like the fact that you're eating human beings already, for the most part. You just don't know, right? When I say most people end up as batteries or food, they're already food right now. You feel me? Like for real? Like just art imitating reality. The food part. You've never seen a new cemetery. All these kids show up missing. How does McDonald's 16 billion served? Yo, Burger King. Y'all live near any cow farms? No, no, niggas. Ain't no fucking they're feeding you human beings. Here's where double laughing at niggas, right? Um, Google KFC new commercial 2025. Now look at that shit, guys. Now it was endorsed and white labeled by a advertising company, where and God fucks with me because I'm not the brightest bulb in the hallway, right? But I was curious about it, right? And I saw the room, and the nigga that was white labeled to produce the fucking ad was in my room, right? And if you look at it, there's no question, guys. They're telling you that they're feeding you people when you look at the ad. right? It ran in, like I said, never ran in the U.S., but was underwritten, paid for by KFC corporate here in the states, yo. Right? And it's sad. That's what I call like a vaccine shot. Look at that shit, guys. Please, I didn't make that shit up, right? When you look at this shit, you cannot take anything away from that ad that they paid for. But telling you we're feeding you people. Number one, accept that, right? It is what it is, man. Uh, right in front of you, they're saying, dude, DNA tests, all these. Oh, bless your heart, yo. What's the next step? Batteries. You do know that you're nothing more than energy, right? Yeah. Uh, Shit, guys. But here's what you do about it. Here's what I think you should do. No one know your purpose, your why. Most people don't know their why. As we're remembering your why, it's like reconnecting to your why. Well, from your God, your Allah, your Buddha, your source, your center. Most people don't know their why. Does that sound crazy? You think most people know their purpose, their why? Well, that sound crazy. I'm be quiet.
No, nobody apart from the source, nobody knows their purpose. Nobody.
Okay, so I never heard that before, but let me fuck with you on that, right? So like, no one knows their purpose. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Not saying like all like since humans been here, we didn't know. What I'm saying is like this generation is led by desire, not purpose. So they're more in tune with what like I said, sexual lust, right? Like all we see really on Instagram, we see women showing their booties all day. So you get a young man who is on social media most of the time. His mind is going to be full of lust, and he's going to be driven by that. Where to the point that's going to be his desire to meet these women. He's going to purpose his life chasing women. You know, he's going to try to get this job or get
Yeah,
this.
think about this shit, yo. This nigga,
Uh-huh.
this kid is on social media, right? And he's ready to do what he has to do to get this woman who's not even fucking real. Yo, 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 take off that bitch's her filters, her weave, her eyelashes, her fucking makeup. Yo, you're buying into a fucking dream, bruh. It's not real, you know? It's performative. That's a great analogy, bro. Yeah, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Huh. Don't know the you like if you say to me you don't know your purpose, yeah, explore it and shit. Like like what's the purpose of your existence? If you have no purpose, that feels like a dead place to me. Like how many?
Yeah. No, we have you can look at us and tell we have purpose. You could tell there's a purpose for humanity.
No,
But
no, I'm talking about for you,
oh, for
personally.
me personally,
Personally, yeah.
oh my purpose is to first I have to be sanctified and then I have to restore. So what I mean by that is if I'm sick, right? I'm in a sick place. I need healing. Whether I'm dealing with anxiety, anger, pride, whatever I'm dealing with that's causing me to lead myself to destruction. That's I need to get off that path first, and I need to get on a path that leads to life, that leads to everlasting peace. That's the route I need to take. Once I'm on that route, while I'm on that route, I'm able to bring others on that route with me. Long as I'm on that route, but the issue is most of us think we're on that route and we're not. That's why our intention is always to restore because that's who we are. Like the sister said in the comment, she really agreed with me because that's what I was saying. Basically, we are who we are is love, but we're so programmed to be this. Like me, I grew up in the hood, so we were programmed to be gangsters and thugs and
Can I ask you a real quick question?
yeah. Go
So,
ahead.
I need the Cliff Notes version of that shit, right? Um, my purpose, Greg, my question, me, what is your purpose? What is your why? Well, Greg, my purpose is fill in the blank.
Yeah, my purpose is to be sanctified and to restore.
First and shit. I fuck with that, When did you realize that that was your purpose, right? You're an adult man and shit, right?
Mhm.
But Enlighten me.
Um, knowing knowing who the source is, that gave me the revelation. Now I can't give you a timeline because it was a process, and it's still a process that I'm on. But the more I'm on a process, the more revelation is coming and coming daily, even right now. So being one with the source, and that's a whole nother conversation, because once you understand Christ and you understand God, you get past the deception. And the deception is to make what is good evil and what is evil good. Once you can discern, then you're on the process of healing, being set free. But a lot of times we like I said, if somebody even say Christ or Jesus, they gon' automatically white man, church, hypocrites, Christian. Like you get so much because this we're dealing with forces and energies that are deceiving us. Like we're dealing with forces and energy that hate our guts. They-
Get it right. All right.
Yeah, it's a lie.
All right.
Yeah, it's a lie,
Nigga,
man.
look, yo, your purpose is like yo to be in accordance to take care of yourself and your alignment with Jesus and your convictions, right? Number one, and then at some point you said a part of your purpose was to lead others, right? You feel me?
Yes,
You
sir.
said that right, yo, and I fuck with that, yo. You can't help anyone else until you helped yourself first. So I commend you on your journey, nigga. Like I'm a million mile on Delta, right? I can pre-sight the pre-flight checklist, yo. Should the cabin lose air pressure and the oxygen mask deploy, yo, put the oxygen mask on yourself first before your loved ones. You heard that shit, right? Yo, dude, stay in your lane.
You gotta put it out before you try to put
Take
it
care
on
of
somebody
yourself.
else. You gotta
And
put it
then,
out
yo,
yours.
you just getting started, nigga, because you still working on your shit, yo. But when you get to the point where you are now, I'm taking in my shit. Now my job is to help others. No, no, fuck help. Lead others. Yo, all you can do is all you can do, bro. Yo, you went through your shit. Then you're like, damn, all right, I'm good. Let me fuck with some other motherfuckers, yo. And you look over, it's 1,000 motherfuckers yo around you in tugboats, life rafts, life preservers and shit. Who the fuck do you pick?
Well, no, it ain't. So you,
Mm,
the leading is not basically like, okay, I gotta hold your hand the whole way. No, the leading is to be a example, and others are to look at the example and become the example themselves. Once they become the example themselves, now they are leaders. So you're leading,
mm,
you're leading leaders. So you're not to hold their
I get that.
hand. You're
Mm,
to, like I said, sanctify yourself, be the example. And when people come around you,
mm,
that who you are becomes an influence to others who want purpose. You walk in your purpose, people see you, they're going to want to walk in their purpose. And
mm,
if they don't know how, you have to, through your process, give your testimony. That's why I say we overcome by our testimony. So you give
Greg,
your
can you come to the
test.
Bloody Bunch for a minute? It's important.
Yeah, go ahead, sis.
oh shit. Wait, who said
I
that?
think she said she was about
Uh,
to go do something.
I'm about to get yelled at and shit. Hold on.
No, go ahead, bro. She left. I think she was saying
Yeah, she's like,
about.
what her like come to the Bunny Bunch. Hold on, bro. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Let me do this shit right. Let me see if I do this shit right. Um, damn, nigga, hold on. How can I wait? Let me click on your shit. Maybe you don't fuck with me, cause yeah. Oh, you got a pink ticket, nigga. All right, never mind. Shit, yeah. I'm with you though, bro. I hear you. Uh, yeah, I'm in so much. I got just a smoke. Fuck y'all.
Hey, would you say you found your purpose, Greg? You know your purpose?
Oh yeah, man. And again, my purpose is love, man, and that's not being performative and shit, right? I've always been I've always just loved everyone and shit, like I love y'all and shit. I've always given away like freely, right? But I realized that my purpose in terms of love was not about me, but it was a selfless love,
Mm.
which is about my kids, right? Yeah. So I realized, I'm from the hood, nigga. I'm from the mother Baltimore, nigga. I've I've been shot. I've shot niggas. Type shit. Same time, I'm getting straight A's with the white boys in class.
All right.
Whatever. Right. And so
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so God has had plenty of times to take me when I was at the wrong place at the wrong time and shit, right? And uh, I was coming home from work after going to a car show, and I'm like, yo, I want this truck, I want the Hummer, right? Boom. I got T-boned by a motherfucker. I flipped my car 3 times, right? And I ain't had my seatbelt on and shit, and uh, I remember um, getting home, like, because they flew me to shock trauma, boom, and I'm upside down in my truck, right? And he's like, it was like in the homeless district. He was coming out like, he's alive, he's alive. I grabbed my nine, I'm like, yo, back away from the vehicle, I'm good, right? Fast forward, I get home that evening. I'm sitting and I got my baby girl, who's like 4 or 5 at the time. My other daughter's like 3 at the time, on my left and right knees, yo. I was like, yo, damn, Lord, yo, what the fuck? You could have taken me, but why? And I looked at my daughters like, yo, I know I'm here for them. That's why he saved my ass for my kids type shit, yo. And no bullshit, guys. You can't make this shit up. I'm watching on the TV was Made in Manhattan type shit. I wasn't watching that shit, yo. But when I looked up after I asked God, yo, why am I here? I think I made this for them. I looked up the fucking movie, nigga, and no bullshit. There's an intersection called Kearney Street, which is my last name. Yeah, at that point, I knew that I was here for them, selflessly and shit, And not just them. Start locally, think locally, act globally. I focused on being there the best father I could be. Boom, 4 amazing kids. Boom. Yeah, my purpose is love, man. And every time I've given it out, with no expectation of love necessarily being returned. I don't give a fuck whether you love me or not. I love you, nigga. I love this fucking room. I love the way you guys make me feel by fucking with me. Dude, it feels good to say. My purpose is love. My greatest fear, I know how I am going to die. Oh,
You say
I'm
you
going
know how you're going to
I
die?
know how I'm going to die. You know, yeah. And this is not Final Destination type shit, But I'm on my deathbed. When I take my last breath, I'm going to ask, did I love enough? Right? Did I ask as many questions as I could have? Did I do the best that I could, dude? I'm gonna die with that sense of damn, this like lack of surety. But when the more comes after, when it's just my spirit in me, it'll make more sense to me. You feel me? You know? And third question: what is your agenda in this moment? More, right? More what feels right to me, good to me. I always want more. I'm excessive with this shit. I have 2 speeds, guys: off and fastest and shit. Either I'm off or I'm all in. But there you go.
Yeah, no, I like that. I hear a lot of passion in you. I definitely hear a lot of passion. You definitely been on a journey, and that's what's up. But yeah, even us talking, man, is 'cause I'm in a place in my life where I'm understanding who God is. I didn't know that a lot of there are distractions, so many distractions set up that causes us not to be able to hear in the spirit because we're so in tune with the physical. We're so in tune with our jobs, with our goals in this life and things like that. We're so in tune with it that we lose awareness of the reality because this world is not the reality. You get what I'm saying? It's a simulation that we pass through. And the thing is, we got to understand we're accountable for everything we do and everything we say. Even the things we done wrong to people, even the things we said wrong to people, you're still accountable for that. You get what I'm saying? You're more immortal than you realize. And your words have power. Your actions have power. And once you release that, it doesn't go anywhere. What you did, unless there's an eraser, unless the one who holds the eraser erases that from your life, it's there. Whatever lie you told, you did somebody wrong, like you said, you shot people, you did that. When you go to court and you did the crime, right? Say it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever, right? If you did the crime, what is the judge going to do? No matter how much you say I've changed, I've grown, I don't do it no more, what is the judge going to do if they know, if it's a just judge, what is the judge going to do? They're still going to sentence you for that crime because you done it. So the thing is, we have to be more intentional on our words and how we treat people because it it stays on your life record until the one who holds the eraser erases it. And a lot of times we don't seek for that eraser because we think it's gone because it's in the past. No, there's no past, present, or future. It just is what it is. So what you did to people wrongfully, what you said to people wrongfully, is still in existence. It still is. So that's I think that's a key that leads to like understanding that will cause you to be more aware of, like I said, be intentional on how you treat people and what you do. But I'll go ahead,
Yeah,
Greg.
I fuck with that shit, yo. And I said this earlier, right? I don't give a fuck, yo. My background, like, that's who I am. That's I wouldn't be who I am today. I'm a pretty bad motherfucker today, as you guys have experienced this shit. I love y'all too. No bullshit, yo. And all I can do is like when you look back on shit, did you do the best you could? So wrong decisions. As long as you do the best you can, you make a wrong decision. Fuck a wrong decision. Fuck a wrong. Did you do the best you could based on the information you had at hand, and you chose to? Yo, dude, yo, look back like, yo, damn, like I got clipped and shit, and like, yeah, I had to do some time and shit, whatever, whatever. I'm like, yo, but I chose that shit. I knew what I was doing when I did it. I did the best I could. Wasn't the right decision. Yo, shit, nigga. Uh, it's just me and you in here in this motherfucker. I fucked the Polly Witch chick I met off the app, nigga, in the house, in my crib. Pussy was okay. Yo, was that a wrong decision? At the point in time, I did the best I could based on what I wanted, right? But if you look back at your life, you know, I didn't do the best I could have done. I made a choice that I knew I shouldn't make. That's some shit you gotta deal with, yo. And to look back, don't have no pity me party. Be like, damn, I look back and I made a decision that I shouldn't have made before. Yeah, okay, well, just learn from it. That will tell you don't make the same fucking fucked up decision in the future type shit. You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Most
feel
motherf-
you.
yeah, most motherfuckers at the end of the day, and know your why first, right? Your purpose. What you're here for, yo? To align yourself like with God and get your shit and take your mask and put this shit over your oxygen mask, put it over yourself first, and then to help other people. I fuck with that shit, yo. But it's daunting when you take care of yourself, nigga, and you look over the shoulder like, okay, I'm good. Time for me to help some more motherfuckers. You look over and you see a sea of motherfuckers who want your help. And you have to say, I can't help every fucking body.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
many are called, but only few are chosen because of the weight of it. A lot of people are not willing to lay down their life for purpose. They're more about what makes them feel good, what's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, love, it goes, it has no boundaries, it has no limits. It doesn't get tired, it doesn't get weary, it doesn't get none of that. We do in our flesh. Our flesh gets tired, our flesh gets irritated, our flesh gets annoyed. So it's whether you're going to walk in your flesh and be led by that, or you're going to walk in the spirit and be led by that.
All right, so I'm curious and shit. Like, let me ask you a question, right?
Hmm.
So, that's completely hypothetical and shit, right? You're the ship has sunk, right? You're on a life raft, some shit, right? And you look over and there's 100 people that need your help. That want you got room for six. Right. So, you have to choose the six, right? How do you choose the six?
How do you choose the six?
Yeah, yeah. There's 100 motherfuckers that they will die if you don't help them get onto your little life preserver, whatever. You can say, how do you choose the six out of the 100?
So there's no possible way. to make room for the 100, you're saying? Like no
No room. You
possible
have room
way.
for six. You have room for six only.
Okay, so what I would do is I would choose the six who will possibly be able to build more boats. That's who I would choose. I would choose those who are willing to look at the ones that's left and willing to work with me on figuring out how we about to get them as well. That's
I
the
love that
six I'm gonna
shit. I
choose.
love that shit, right? And you love those things, right? Does that mean that you didn't love the other 94?
Mm-mm, I love them all.
You love the six. You love everybody, right? Yeah, and you love everyone, and it hurts and shit. That's survivor's remorse to some extent. We love everyone, but you can't save everybody. You can't pull like you only have a certain amount of time and energy to find the people that you want to help. And you said it earlier, like the best leaders, man,
Hmm.
create other leaders around them. Right?
Yeah.
The best
Hmm.
leaders find motherfuckers around them that are smarter than they are. Right?
Yeah.
It's like yeah. And so my you got to pick them. I'm looking. I got to pick the six. Who do I think could be the best leader? If that's what I'm thinking long term. Like
Yeah.
I'm saving your ass and shit, but I'm saving you. Okay, all these other motherfuckers need help. I'm saving your ass. There's something about you, right? That I'm choosing to put you in the boat with you and shit, right? Yeah, it's a motherfucker, yo. I mean, I love everyone, but it's hard when you can't save everyone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You're not. That's why man is not God. God is the Savior who can save all. But the thing is, we have free will to choose if we want to be saved or not. So God is not going to send you on a destructional path. You're going to put yourself there. But God is able to save all of humanity. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said mankind, we
Yeah,
get tired, we get frustrated, we get irritated. That's why man in itself has no glory. That's why me, when I hear a lot of people say, oh, it's about the self and it's about, yeah, once you examine yourself, you see that you're a flawed human being. You see that you still deal with fears, you still deal with insecurities when you examine yourself. So, and it's good to be aware of that because now you're walking in a reality and not a delusion.
So what are you said so you've asked these questions of yourself, right?
Uh-huh.
What are your fears?
My fear is, I would say my biggest fear is seeing my people on that path to destruction. That is my biggest fear right there.
And
Like
why is that your biggest fear?
the love and compassion I have for them. Like even with y'all, I don't even know y'all, but I still have a love and compassion where I'm willing to take time out to hear you guys, talk with you guys, and hopefully there's edification that comes behind that because I wouldn't want to see my worst enemy in hell. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't want that. And
Right.
I'm
I
going
got
to do you get what I'm saying? Like
I hear
that's
you.
just my
Yeah.
biggest fear.
And when did you realize that that was a
Because
fear of yours? Yeah.
because yeah, because once you like you know how you can clinically die right up to like 20 minutes. You can have a brain damage, heart attack, whatever. Thousands of people have been experiencing this lately. And they come back and share their testimony of what happens after we leave this earth. Now, I'm not here to say what's true or not because I never experienced that. But what I do is I look at the consistency, I look at the evidence, and I look at I ask for discernment on these things. And these people they really are experiencing this thing. And they're coming back and telling people what they experienced. And when I say a lot of people are on that path to a place they have no idea. You get what I'm saying? Like there's actually like even like I said, leaving this earth, we think that okay, we don't exist no more, or we gonna come back to this world. No, it's more than that. And what these people are sharing in their testimonies, it will cause me to fear because I see many of us are on that path to that because we're not aware of our reality. we're in a delusion. We're in a belief state.
It's in the fucking matrix, in the simulation type shit. Yeah, thanks, yo. And I thought you're sharing about and I did mention earlier, like no bullshit. I have died 3 times before.
Mm.
Yo, when you hear this old soul shit, yo, you've been here before. I have been through this fucker three
Hey, when
times.
you die, what like like elaborate on that because
Oh,
I'm
okay, yeah.
studying
First of all, right,
testimonies right now.
when you when it's tricky, right? The die,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
can't die, yo. Your energy, right? Energy can either be created or destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that shit, right? But when your flesh expires, right? And there's a
Mm-hmm.
the choice that happens, right? Motherfuckers, motherfuckers that are around you to walk you to the other side, type shit, right? When for me, I do remember like just seeing I was above my body, looking at them, trying to bring like get me alive, but I flatlined this shit. I'm sitting there, I'm looking, and
Mm-hmm.
damn, this is fucked up. I was like, yo, it's crazy right now. What the fuck is happening? Am I
Right.
high? Yeah, I turned around. There's a light. I'm like, I go to the light, yo, it feels all fucking warm and fuzzy, and I go right, and then I end up right back in a different scenario. Like I'm 400 years old and shit for real. Like I go back like decades and shit, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
came back again to the same shit again. But I didn't realize the first time. Like, damn, where am I? I knew I was back, yo. I knew when you are what's the word? Reincarnated. When you come back, your spirit comes back because God wants you to go through experience. He wants you to bring back your experiences to Him and be additive, right? He wants you to have the make choices, right? You know, you said, oh, well, there's a choice. There's no. First of all, there's no free choice. First of all, even in God's law, your choice comes with consequences. So, you choose my way, you good. You choose to not listen to motherfucker, you're not good. Yo, it's not free. It comes with consequences, right? The key is to accept your choice and dealing with the consequences and doing better the next time. The first time I didn't see that shit, but the second time I realized that shit. Coming back through now, and fuck the light. Don't go towards the light. I learned that shit my third time through this motherfucker, yo.
Hold on. So I'm got okay. So the first time you died, what happened? Like, how did you die?
It was a cardiac arrest. They would like,
Okay.
yeah, it was, I was in some type of fucking military. I don't know the details, but I had on like, we call it, soldier outfit or whatever they call that shit, a uniform, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Yeah, I remember that shit, yo. I don't see shit else. I was so black. I've always been black, yo. Every one of my shits, yo. And one time I came back, yo, and I was um 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 uh uh, uh hunted like and hung, which was crazy to me because I had money, like all that shit I had, and I was haunted now type shit. You know, when I watched myself like this time, like God damn it, I'm looking at myself like, yeah, that's fucked up what these motherfuckers did, yo. But I had to realize, yo, I chose the dark this time, right? I came back, right? I'm like, yo, um uh, I set myself. I shouldn't have done what the fuck I did. I don't know if the fuck I did, but it was like I chose to make myself a target. Right? Jeffrey Epstein ain't fucking dead. Like, and I'm like, oh damn. Well, what's the white boy Charlie Kirk? That nigga ain't fucking dead, yo. Yo, but I put myself in a position to be exposed and died. I had never had kids and my other passes through. This time, I did. You feel me? And now I know that I got it right this time. My kids are good. My kids are grown. Yeah, I'm good. God calls me home this time. He'll say, well, fucking done. But my purpose, I realized, like, wasn't love first, second, third. It was love the fourth time through type shit for me now. That was when my kids were here. And I realized,
Okay.
yeah, that was my
How
shit.
long was you? How long? Because
Mm.
uh, most of the testimony I say they go more into detail about what they experienced after. You kind of like you saying you know what you learned from it. You know, things like that. But like when you left your body, like or the first time, how long were you there for?
20 minutes.
Okay,
Like,
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes.
In them 20 minutes, I know you said your body. That's a consistent thing right there for sure. The body, like there's a spiritual body you have that leaves the physical because, like you say, your energy it's not created, it's not destroyed. So you're made in the image and likeness of eternal existence. So you're gonna exist forever. It's just where are you gonna exist? That's the part where it's like, okay, nah, that's what we need to kind of like, okay, what's that? But okay, so after your you seen your body, then what happened next?
Yeah. Again, I was like, I was tripping and shit, right? Because I was still in my mental state of like, thinking I was alive. Like, damn, I'm above my body, right? Have you ever, even like my experience, right? And so I'm
Uh huh.
rising above, and I somehow, I don't know, I rose above. Like, I had to turn over to see myself, so I rotated my body, right? And I'm looking down at myself. All these motherfuckers is fucking with me, and I see myself flatline. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
fucking, what the fuck? Are you serious right now? What the fuck is going on? I don't know if I said, I say I wasn't ready, right? But I turned over, reversed my body, and I see this light. I feel like I'm being supported and shit, into this light and shit. And I went up, and that's the last thing I remember is choosing the light and coming back later, coming back again, type shit, right? 120 years later, coming back, aristocrat type shit. Like, yeah. But I didn't understand. Like, even now, I'm like, you're an old soul, bro. You've been here before. How do you explain that when you accept it as truth, right? When someone calls you an old soul, you feel me? When people call that shit.
Yeah, no. I got a different perspective on it, but I'm just walking with you right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I felt that. It's you've been here before. You know it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going. I know it in terms of what I learned. Number one, know that when it's your time, it's your time. But it's going to be your time when it's your time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The importance of your purpose. And I don't remember, and any of my passes through, knowing my purpose, my why. I didn't. Now I realize, when I told you about my kids, my daughters and shit, yeah, that triggered the shit for me. Then I was woke now. It was like not about me anymore. It's about more like helping people around you. That's good shit, right? I realize now, look, nigga, in my real life, bro, I mentor cats and shit. I do the best I can, but I have a limited amount of time and energy to do. And as many as motherfuckers I want to fuck with, I can't, and it fucks with me now.
Now, why you say you have? So, if energy is not create nor destroy, why do you say you
Mhm.
have limited energy?
Oh yeah, so call it time in the day.
Okay.
Mental energy. Like you know what I'm saying. Like just um 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 taking care of your the time. Like and even now, like I got a daughter and I'm dealing with her time. And well, just the
Yeah.
mental energy is just it's finite. It can't be created or destroyed. But you don't have but so many. Yeah, 8 hours in a day.
Uh huh.
Yo, dude, and depending on who you pick to save, to pick to help get it down into what they need. Like, what is it that you want from me? What do I want from you? Like this, I love you, bro, but tell me what are the conditions? Here are the conditions by which I saved you. Like one, I expected to save you because I expect you to help me save others
All
first.
right.
You know my shit, and you're like, fuck it, you wanna smoke or roll a blunt? Nigga, wait, you ain't trying to help save nobody fucking else? That's a prerequisite for me. Now. Yo, dude, you pick motherfuckers and sometimes you do the best you can, but she don't really be saved, don't save her. Yo,
Right. But that's
yeah.
why I think if we focus on trying to save people, I don't think the focus should be on saving people. I just think the focus is just becoming that salvation, meaning like, okay, no matter where you go, you're just being you, and through that, you're bringing salvation to people. Not even like if I go into the store, like say if I go into the store and I see a homeless person or something like that, um, just because I want to see people fed who don't know where their next meal is, I might offer that just help or buy something for that person so they can eat for that day or whatever, right? But I'm not, my intention is not to go to the store and be like, okay, I'm gonna go and help a homeless person today and I'm gonna feed him. No, my intention is to go to the store because I need something for my house. But because of who I am, who I become, when I see people in need and I'm in the presence, my spirit is going to give me the discernment, oh, this person is in need. And that's your and that's your desire to help. So now you can exercise that desire. But like I said, a lot of times our desires are selfish. So we walk in selfish desires, meaning, okay, I'm about to just go here and I need to get back home and do what I gotta do. Fuck whoever around, fuck that homeless person, whatever. So it's not that you're trying to save people, it's just that's who you become. That's why I say it starts with the sanctification part on you. You must become who you were designed to be. Once you do that, everything else is going to flow. You don't have to try to do anything. You just are that. You get what I'm saying? So that's the main focus right there is becoming love, not trying to do it or trying to save people. Just be that. And that's what Christ taught. That's why he say, those who follow me, they will do even greater works. People are still getting healed today. People are still getting, like, sicknesses are still, but there's not, you're not going to see that in the modern church because the modern church doesn't walk in that power and authority. You get what I'm saying? They're selfish, they're prideful, they're hypocrites.
You
And
know,
God
so
is not going to work through those type of people. Oh, go ahead, my brother.
yeah, no bullshit, right? You have like I had to make a decision like 2 years ago and shit, right? I fuck with a bum at the light. Nigga says can I get $1? Yeah, I would do that shit, yo. Just help a nigga out. Yo, I'll buy a nigga if I had food or buy a nigga a meal, right? Alright, cool. And but I met Marshall. Marshall is my favorite bum, my neighborhood bum type shit, bro. And I remember when I first saw this motherfucker, yo, white guy, looked like Jesus Christ and shit with the full beard and shit. Like, it looked like white Jesus. And no matter when I saw this motherfucker, yo, you couldn't look at him, and he always like was walking like he was about to miss a meeting. I was like, nigga,
Oh
you
yeah, I know
don't.
that walk. I'm from the hood. I
It's fucked
definitely
up.
seen that
Nigga,
walk.
nigga looking around like, wait, I want to follow a nigga one day. Like, where's he going? Type shit, yo. And I realized, and I fuck with him like early on to get motherfucker right. And then his girlfriend's name is Mary, right? Redhead, little ginger and shit, right? And so I decided to support. Like I paid for their Section 8 housing, whatever costs they have associated with their living expenses. I pay type shit. I'm like, yo, instead of I want to give every bum on the corner $5, $2, whatever I got and shit. I'm like, yo, I can't. I'm gonna focus on these two type shit. You feel me? I love these two. Doesn't mean I love the others the less that I can't or choose not to help.
No,
Yeah.
you built a relationship with him, right?
Yo, dude, and going, there was a choice in my mind. I'm going, yeah, wasn't this changing